Wednesday, just after 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Heather Boyd here. It's Wire Lady TV every Wednesday doing live streams, troubleshooting ideas for new wire art and jewelry designs. So today I had a special request from Lorraine to do some clowns. So I did some sketches of clowns and I'm going to see what I could do. Just do a couple of them. I'm not going to do a super long live stream today. I'm just going to troubleshoot a couple of things. And that's it. It's a beautiful day in Montreal, warm. Gonna go for a walk, enjoy. No sunshine, but it's warm and the snow is melting, so that's good. I'm just gonna pull up the video on my channel just to see who's hopping on and see your comments and stuff. And I hope everybody's doing great. And Lorraine, if you are watching, let me know. So we have Yasmia's here. Hello, hello, and here, I'm going to pull up the video so I can see you guys. And do that full screen. Perfect. So hello everybody. And what I'm going to do is as usual, I'm going to flip the screen and we're just going to get right to work making some clowns. So these are the sketches I did. Not going to do all of those, but I'm going to see what I can do to do like little ornaments or something. Hey Jean, how are you? Nice to see you. Let me just flip the screen here. You see a little bit of our snow outside. Just gonna flip this around and right on my table. Perfect. So here we go. Here's the sketches I did for Lorraine of the clowns. And I thought I'll start with something like the head there. Yeah, clowns are gonna be fun. There we go. So Sweet Craft. That's a nice username. I like that. So I have the sketches. I have my beads. So these are all my favorite beads. Hi, Nora. I like everything you make. Oh, thank you so much. So these are all my beads. These are 4mm, 8mm, 6mm, mostly miracle beads. I have cat's eye beads as well. This is sort of my standard little pot that I use. So I really love those. Peggy says, hi, depending on how much clown it is. One of your fears, eh? Yeah, a lot of people do not like clowns. So this is just going to be a fun exploration of techniques. I like this idea with the guy juggling. I think that would be cool. I probably won't do the full one, but I thought I can use the idea of the Santa. Remember we did the Santa on a live stream before and did sort of like a messy, loopy kind of thing so that you could do hair like that. I might try to do the hair a little bit different, but then the idea of doing the eyes and all that. So it's kind of a similar technique to the Santa, but to do for the clown design. So we're going to see. Hi, Mustafa. How are you? And Francisca, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And Francesca and Ellie. Hi, Ellie. And Pray in for Wisdom. Cool. Hi. Nice usernames. I love that. So let's just get going. We're going to, I'm great. Thank you. That's correct. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, it's Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. I'm happy you're here. Fantastic. Lorraine, I don't know if I knew your username. I'm going to write it down because I'm not sure if I knew your username before. I usually write down people's usernames, so that's good to know. So I have that now. So these are the sketches that I posted in the Facebook group to show Lorraine some ideas for clowns. So Lorraine, let me know in the comments what this is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be for a ornament or jewelry? Let me know what you were thinking of doing for the clown, because I don't think we really discussed it. You said you wanted to do a clown, but I wasn't quite sure what it was for. So I'm going to just start by trying to do like that kind of head thing. And the other thing I do have is I have tubing. I'm going to get it to show you guys because that could be really useful when you want to add color to things. So I just have to dig into my cupboard here, and I have plastic tubing to do the different colors. Oh, I found it. So there we go. So here's some, I forget where I bought it. I think I actually bought this in Amsterdam, the color tubing, and I'm pretty sure you can buy it more different places now. So this is just like a tube that goes on the wire. So I'm going to just cut a big piece of the red tube, and you're looking for shrinky dink alternative. I think you can just use plastic, Mustafa, like maybe even a plastic yogurt pot or something. I don't know. I've never really tried it that much, but you might even be able to do it with a yogurt lid or something. You can try it, but be careful when you use the shrinky dink stuff. It's very toxic. So if you are cooking it, when you heat it up in the oven, either have really good ventilation or you do it in a toaster oven that's outside, because you don't want to inhale those fumes. It's same for Fimo. You really need to have a nice aired out area. So or just the Ray Barnes. So you have two accounts, the Ray. That's maybe that's why I was mixed up with the username. So this is a plastic tube, and so how this works is you would like cut it to the size that you want. I'm not sure exactly the size, and then so you just cut it, and this tubing will actually fit on the 20 gauge wire. So this is a 20 gauge artistic copper wire. It's the tint copper. You can use the plastic that comes on packaging. Okay, interesting. Like that stiff, clear plastic stuff, eh? That would make sense if it's thick enough. Yeah, I haven't really experimented much with the shrinky dink stuff. I think I had some commercial stuff before, but I didn't really like the effect of it. I think you have to have a decent kind of marker or something to color with it. So a small clown made my own balloons. Yes. Yeah, balloons I think would be cute if we added balloons. So Sweetcraft said we did brownies in Girl Scouts, plastic in the package of cookies and colored marker. Ah, interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of alternatives. I bet if you Googled online DIY shrinky dink stuff, I'm sure you'd come up with some ideas. I think, yeah, definitely. So now, just to give you an example of how this tubing works. So the hard part, of course, is to center it in a way that it's like nicely centered. So I'm just going to start by doing that. So it's like somewhat centered. Okay, I'm just going to look at my sketch too. And then I would bring this part up and then this part up as well. And if you don't have the tubing, of course, you could always like maybe even color it with, I bet you could like form the mouth and then color it with nail polish or something. So I'm just trying to get like a somewhat of a shape. It's hard when you have the tubing already on it to get like a proper shape, because the clown's mouth is pretty distinctive, right? Down like that and up. It's not going to be perfect, but this is the idea. So if you have like sort of a funky little mouth thing going on there, and just be careful with the plastic because you can like damage it and stuff. I don't know if that's going to be any good, but we're going to try it and see. So we're just going to kind of adjust this, the shape. But I think the idea of doing the mouth with wire and then just coloring it, if you want, with nail polish, it could be really good. So we've got that. And then of course you want the big red nose, right? So the size depends, like this is pretty big. That's 8mm. So let me see if I have the 6mm. Now I don't see, it would be great if this both wires fit in there, but I don't think they're going to, because I'm pretty sure the hole's not big enough, but we can try it and see. So let's just, I've tried Googling and tried, not able to find the supplies. Yeah, I think just clear plastic might work, like from a pot, or like Peggy said, for the packaging. Now this actually does fit on both, it does fit on both wires, so that's convenient. But the thing is, so it doesn't fall down like that, you might want to like twist this wire around it. So just take one of the wires and hold it in place and bring that one around. I don't know if it's low down enough now. Maybe we have to bring it down a little bit more. Okay, bring that down and around. Sharpie. I think you can use Sharpie on that stuff. Like, you need like a permanent marker, I think, to do on the shrinky dink stuff. So let's bring this one around. Yeah, so there would be like the little nose. And then we're going to bring this one up at a right angle. So we have these ones like that. And then to do the eyes, we want to bend these a little bit to the side. Okay, we're going to take this, bend these a little bit to the side. Oh, I got to make sure my hands stay on screen. Maybe this one I'll just bring over to this side. And then this one over to this side. Okay, and then we're going to get some eyeballs. We're going to bring those here. And then we want to like bend this up where about the middle of the eye is going to be. Say here, and then this one here. And I think I'm going to add the hair with a separate wire after. Okay, we're going to bring that one up here. And then let's put some little eyeballs. Maybe the turquoise is nice because those are pretty. I have used packaging plastic, but it doesn't shrink, it just melts. Okay, so that's interesting. So maybe that's not a good option to do that. Maybe, I don't know, is the plastic some kind of special plastic that shrinks? It may be. Lorraine says she's loving it. Awesome. And Kevin Rideout. So that's Jackie says hi. Hi, Jackie. How are you? So now what we want to do is let's just bring this one around. Okay, let's bring this one around to the back. Okay, we're going to bring it, actually, I'm going to bring it right to the back, I think, this time. Instead of twisting it around, I'm going to bring it right to the back. And then this one, I just want to make sure you guys can see it. So we're going to bring that one over to the side. Okay, so if we bring this one right to the back, and then let me just try to bend this so it's over to the side. And I kind of want this wire to be hidden at the back. So I've just hidden that wire. And then we want to do like, you know how in the clown's eye, it loops up around there. So that's what we're going to do next. Looks like it twists and turns before it totally shrinks and lies flat. Interesting. Yeah, so you guys, yeah, if you have any ideas for the shrinky dink stuff, just let Mustafa know. And I might try it as well. I just, like I said, I find it a little bit toxic, so I would want to be careful. I really don't think it's very good for the environment. But if you do it in small quantities and just make sure you have a lot of ventilation, it should be all right. So now, see, I've curved that one over here to make the eye. Maybe I want to make it a little more pointed at the top rather than round. I don't know if it really matters, but this gives you an idea of what you can do because you want that part of the eye to be quite big. It gives them a lot of expression, you know, when it goes over the eye like that. And then this one we'll just put out to the side. So bend it, this one, over to the side like that. And there we have one of the eyes. He's really starting to look like a clown. That's cool. So now let's put another turquoise bead on this side. There we go. Okay. Michelle says, hi, really love it. Yay, awesome. Yeah, this is fun doing a clown. I would have never thought to do a clown. So do I have a heat gun? Heat gun. Actually, I do have a heat gun, Mustafa. I use it for, what do I use it for? Encaustic. I use it for encaustic, which is basically you melt a special wax with different pigments in it to make paintings out of wax. So actually encaustic is a beautiful technique, and I'll probably do some tutorials about encaustic on my new art channel because it's a really fun medium, and it's just really a really nice medium, the encaustic. Yeah, I would highly recommend that. And you need a heat gun for that because you have to melt the wax to make it liquidy to be able to like paint with it. So that's interesting. So here's the other eye. So now we're going to go up here on that side and then form your little arch over the eye. And this one, I guess we'll go to the front. We went to the front on the other side, so we'll do the same here. We're going to go over here to the front and make sure they're somewhat the same height, so you can adjust that. There. Oh my gosh, he's really cute. Oh boy, I never thought I'd like clowns, but this is adorable. So you can use a heat gun if you don't want to use the oven. Interesting. Okay, so that's interesting. I might even have some of that shrink plastic. I'm going to have to check and see. But it's a good idea to use the heat gun, and then you can actually bring it outside, and you don't have to have the smell in your house. So that's good. So, oh my goodness, look how cute this clown is, guys. So now what I have to do is form sort of the chin, and then also bring it up and put some hair. So what I'll do for that, I guess, is I'm going to have to, maybe I'll get a round shape. I'm just going to get a round form and form the kind of a cheek here. So let's just take this, form it around to make the cheek. This is going to be the tricky part, is to get it inside. I mean, the other thing is I could do a face and just, I mean, I could do a shape of the face and then attach it after. But let's see if we could just continue with this one piece of wire. So bring that one out and then do like a little chin thing here. Okay, because that goes out like that. And then I have to figure out how I'm going to do that part. I don't have any ears or anything yet, so we'll just do like that and form the chin. I got a rock tumbler for Valentine's Day. That sounds cool. Have you tried it, Peggy? I think I had one when I was a kid, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't a very good quality. But those were popular in the 70s, those rock tumbler kits and stuff. And I don't know whatever happened to it. I don't even know if I used it much. And we also used to soak rocks in vinegar to try to polish them up, but I don't know if that actually worked. Let me know in the comments if you ever tried something like that, just soaking stones in vinegar to smooth them out. But I don't know if it actually, like I said, I don't know if it actually worked, but it might have. So now if I bring this wire across to the back, then I'm going to be able to bring it up on the other side. I never thought my clown could be so cute. I know, eh? Isn't that crazy? Wow, it's amazing how like just a few different like lines and tweaks can change the look of everything. So we'll see how cute he is when I put his hair on. And then so now we're going to bring this, you know, I'm wondering if I should do some ears or something, but I think I'm not going to worry about the ears because if I put the hair on, you're not going to really worry about it. Larry says it's very cute. Thank you. So now let's just bring this one across to the top. And this part is going to definitely get hidden because we're going to add hair. So I'm just going to bring this one around here. And it looks really weird right now, but don't worry about it because we're going to add hair and it's going to look much cuter. So this is just around like this. Bring this one straight up. Okay. And then I'm just going to finish it off and then add the hair with a different color. So we're going to bring this one around, clip it, and then we're going to make our loop at the top. You did that before, Peggy, and it cleans them, but it doesn't actually polish them, right? I mean, the other cheat I've done is just to varnish stones. And it makes them look like they're polished, but it's like I said, it's a hack. It's a cheat. It's not like a genuinely polished stone, but they look pretty, so that's cool. If you want to like just wash them and varnish them, you can do that even with clear nail polish. I've done that before. So we're just going to bring this one in here. And there we have our little bald clown. So I have a couple of choices. I could do hair like this, but I wanted to try something a little bit different. So I have a couple different wires. I have this one, it's a little thick though, and I just have this red electrical wire. So I think I'm just gonna go with this because he looks like Bob Ross. Yes, it's true. Well, he will have Bob Ross hair. I'm going to do more of a spiral type hair, I think, this time, rather than doing it like the Santa was more of a chaos style. So this is going to be more, it didn't polish. Yeah, it doesn't polish when you use the vinegar, sadly, because, I mean, the trouble with polishing with the tumbler is I know it's very noisy, and I think it does take a lot of electricity. So, and because it takes a couple of days and of constant tumbling. So let's go ahead and we're going to make spirals with this. So what I want to do is just grab a piece of wire that's thicker, and I have some 1.6 millimeter aluminum wire that I have here, and I'm going to use this. I painted it with polish there before too. Yeah, good idea. So now let's take this and make some hair, see what we can do. And I'm going to just take this and wind it around here. Now, sometimes when I do hair, I do separate spirals, like with different separate spirals sticking out. But the trouble with that is it's going to take forever to do that. I think I had, maybe even in one of my live streams, I did some faces, some profiles, some women with spiral hair, and I could probably find that and link it up in the comments. But it was a video where I just did troubleshooting faces, and I'm pretty sure I did this type of hair in those videos. So I could link that up below, or you might just see it. I do have a search bar on my channel, so if ever you're looking for a tutorial or an idea or something, you know, that you've seen before and you can't find anymore, that's a good way to find it on my channel. So just search. So if you searched faces on my channel, you would probably find a couple of videos with faces, and one of them had hair like this, so you could definitely find it. Hi, Ashita, how are you? It grinds them down too small. So that's the tumbler, grinds the stones down too small. That's possible, yeah. I mean, I haven't used one in a long, long time. I don't do a lot of work with stones. Usually I just buy my stones at local people. There's a place in Montreal actually called Crystal Dreams, and they sell internationally. So if ever you guys are looking for crystals, I know they have an online shop where they sell as well, or you can also get them on Etsy. Or we have a lot of local crystal shops. I mean, I'm lucky I live in Montreal. It's a very big city, and there's lots going on here. So I'm going to just keep going with this for a little bit. I'm not sure how much I'm going to need, but we're going to see. So Ellie says, I really want to make my own rings. Well, I have a lot of ring tutorials on my channel for sure. So I have a whole playlist of ring tutorials. So you could definitely look at those. There's some nice, easy ones. There's some more complicated ones. Rings are super fun to make. Yeah, definitely very fun to make. So here's like quite a bit of hair. Maybe I'll just keep going with it. I can always make more after. Like say I don't do enough of this, I can always make some more after. Ishita's good. How am I? How am I? I'm good. Thank you. Have look at them later. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, same thing. You could just search rings on my channel, or just look for the playlist of all the ring tutorials, and that's where you're going to get a lot of them. So now to add the hair, we have to decide how we want to do it. So maybe what I'll do is just start. I could even start at the halfway point. Maybe that would be a good place to start, and then go out from there. So we're just going to start here and bring it around. And I have to see how I want to do this. I haven't quite decided, because you could loop it around if you wanted to. I don't want to, yeah, sometimes you have to really experiment to see how it's going to look, because you could loop it out like that, but it looks a little bit strange. So maybe if I kind of looped it in, let's try it this way. If we loop it inside the head here, if we go around here, it's going to look a little bit like a corkscrew, but maybe we'll go into it after and we'll see. You finally have a Starbucks and indoor. That's awesome. Very cool. Starbucks is fun. It's a little expensive, but it's, you know, some of the drinks are good. I generally don't love just regular Starbucks coffee, but some of the mixed drinks are like the fancy coffees are good. Hi, Joan. How are you? There we go. So we're going to go around here. And yeah, he's got a little bit of a funny do, but let's just try it and see how it works. And otherwise, you, like I said, you could do it the other way with the chaos type chaos wrap, or like sticking it out might be better. Like this looks starting to look a little bit funny, but I'm going to start with this. I might change it up after to see how it goes. Like I hadn't really predicted how this was going to look. So it might look better if we just start with this and then we just kind of weave it in a little better after. So I'll just start here. It's kind of crazy here, but that's all right. So we're going to go around here. And sometimes clowns have hats too, right? Yeah, this looks a little nuts. I think I'm going to try something else, because I find it looks like almost like his hair is in curlers or something. So let me just take this, try a different thing, and if that doesn't work, I'll try something else. So that's, anyways, now you see how that looks. That's why I like to do these live streams, because I actually, you know, do all the mistakes for you guys. So if you like the way that looks, great. And if you don't like the way that looks, you can try something else. So what I'm going to do now is just take this and try the other alternative, how sometimes I do my hair on my like bookmarks and things like that. So just take this. So if we take that one out, we're gonna have to wind it through another time. Okay, I'm gonna wind it through here. This actually, sometimes when I do the hair this way, I curl it after I attach it. That can be better too. So I will try your favorite drink. Oh, my favorite drink at Starbucks. Oh my goodness. Well, they come up with new ones all the time. The one that they have out right now is uh, a pistachio latte or something, which is okay. But honestly, my favorite one is just a coconut milk latte. I love those. I love coconut milk. So yeah, that one, if you like coconut milk, that one's a really good one. And it's vegan. I mean, I'm not vegan, but for people that are vegan, it's perfect. So there we go. Hi, Clarice. How are you? You can name him Mr. Nuts. Yeah, we might have to give this guy a name. So I'm just going to try to do this way where I'm just winding this in separate pieces. And I'm really hoping it's going to work. So we're just going to, this was another alternative way to do hair. So it's like really crazy hair here. So Multiverse Explorer says peppermint mochas in, oh, salt. Ooh, wow, very cool. Peppermint mocha. That would be, if you like peppermint, that could be really interesting. Yeah, peppermint and chocolate are really good together. Yeah, for sure. And the frappuccinos are good too in the summer if you have a sweet tooth. Those are yummy as well. And I also love chai lattes. I find them very tasty, very delicious. And the another thing I like, I don't know if Starbucks has them, but there's something called a London Fog, which is basically Earl Grey tea with milk, some kind of milk, and also what's it called? Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Earl Grey tea, milk, and syrup, vanilla syrup, which is really, really good. So yeah, I'm just going to keep adding these. I think I'm going to have to reinforce these with another wire because they're starting to twist, but that's okay. I'm just going to go around this a few times. You see they're starting to twist around, but I think we'll be able to fix that at the end. I'm just going to bring these ones around here. Maybe I'll do one more. This one has to be looped around here. So that's the thing with this hair. You have to reinforce it in several places so it's actually going to hold in shape. Yeah, this guy looks like he just stuck his finger in the socket, but that's fine. So we're going to bring that one here, and then I'll wrap it around here to be sure. And you just have to reinforce it. Yeah, so there we go. So I love his hair. Thank you. Well, the hair is going to be a challenge because we're just going to have to get it secured in a few places. So what I'm going to do now is add one more here, and then I'm going to twist some wire around to hold it in place, and then I can always add more after. So we're going to stick this one here, bring that one around. Okay. And it doesn't matter if they're all the same size. It's really fine. So let me just bring this one around here. And see, I'm overlapping them as I go, and that way it holds them in shape a little bit more. And then what I'll do now, I think I could do this now. I'm going to bring this one here. I'm going to bring a wire through just to hold all these pieces in shape, and then I can add more after. Actually, maybe I'll just keep adding them. That might work better if I just keep adding these. So I'm going to take this one, give that a little cut, add this one here. Yeah, you see you need quite a bit of hair to actually make it stable. So we're going to bring this one in here, and you have to wind it over itself a few times so it'll really stay in place. So we're going to bring this one around here, and we'll bring this one down through there again. Okay, like that. And then this one we can trim, and you can make them all different, like lengths. Okay, so we could just bring these in and make them all different lengths. I'm going to do some more here. I think I'm just going to keep filling it in with the spirals just to make it a little fuller. So wire out rough video is just being wire wrapping. Okay, I think I missed something. Her channel's full of them. Okay, to your channel, wonder if you have any Wire wrap. Yes, yes, I do have the same thing. If you want to look on the channel for just wire wrap stones, you can just look up even stones or something like that. I don't have a lot, but there's a few. There's a few. There's like a bracelet. I have some rings with the stones. I have a few basic wrapped crystals and stuff and sea glass. So there's a few. My way of wrapping them is pretty basic. I don't do any weaving or anything like that. So but there's some fun basic wraps that I have on the channel, which is really fun. And yeah, I have quite a few stones that I've accumulated over the years. I actually used to make stone jewelry like wrapped with sterling silver for my friend has a local gallery and she used to carry my work there, but I really don't do so much of that anymore. It was just sort of like some novelty, pieces that I made for her just to have in the shop. So I actually did one that was with stones and I soldered them like I did stained glass type solder around the outside, and that was super fun. Oh, if you guys are wondering, I'm just winding a separate wire around the hair to hold it in place because otherwise it's going to be like twisting all over the place. So that's what I'm doing now. Yeah, he got Mr. Nuts got shocked very badly. Yes, definitely stuck his finger in a electrical socket, but that's fine. He's fine. So let's, with these little ends, let's curl them up a little more. So we're going to get our piece again. A comic out of Mr. Nuts. There's a good idea. Oh my goodness. Yes. Maybe have to make a comic about this guy. You never know. So we're going to bring this one around. And Mustafa, did you see my video where I made a bot, quote unquote, to generate comics? That was sort of like a fun experiment. So I actually made a wire chicken out of chicken wire and with eggs inside, and inside each egg, it's right beside me. These are the eggs. So inside each egg was a quote, because I keep notes on my iPad for ideas for comics, and so I wrote down on individual pieces of paper ideas for comics, and then I pulled 4 at random and made a comic out of it. So that was really fun. So fresh spicy tea, ooh, yum. Sparky, there we go. So yes, so Sparky needs or Mr. Nuts needs a little bit of a haircut. So I'm wondering, maybe I should have even pushed these in a little more. I think hopefully it's not too late. I can just push these wires in because we don't want it like too big. So let's see if we can just kind of sculpt these wires in a little bit. I'm just gonna like compact them a little bit more. I don't know if I've ever done it like this before, where I've just kind of taken the wires and push them in a little bit, just so he's got a little bit more of a shape to his hair. So we're just going to bring these in, push them in. It's a little bit tricky. If you need your tools, you can go ahead and get the tools and bring these ends in a little bit just to kind of make them a little tighter. We can just take these, push them in a little bit, and then just to adjust it. So the magic of wire is all in the finishing touches, to make it all come together at the end. And this is fun. I like this idea of like kind of like giving him a hairstyle type of thing. So that's kind of what we're doing now. And don't worry if it's perfect. It actually looks better when it's not perfect. So we're just going to keep, and now my loop to hang him up is kind of gotten hidden underneath, but that's okay. So I'm just going to sculpt these in, push them in a little bit to make sure like it looks like, kind of looks like the Ronald McDonald hair, with the he had like red curly hair, I think. So this is a little crazy, but it's okay. A rock band. Yeah, maybe he's in a rock band. Who knows? So I'm going to just adjust these a little bit, and then we can try to do some kind of body, or maybe I'll do a separate one, a body separately, or I have to decide what I'm going to do. So here's like what we've got so far. And then, like I said, if you need to go in and adjust these, like say there's like little holes in there and you want like to fill it in a little bit, you can go in with your pliers and fix it up and adjust them. So that's definitely crazy. He's kind of wild. So there we go. So we've got that crazy looking clown there. That's kind of funny. And now I want to decide, I kind of want to try this like kind of juggling guy. So maybe I'll do that with a separate wire so it's not so big. So now I'm going to love him. He's hilariously cute. Looks amazing, says Kruthi. Thank you guys. Super fun. So now let's get another piece of wire and try to do a juggling figure. So I'll put this clown at the side for now. And let's see what I can do for a little juggling figure. So I'm basically just going to follow my picture that I have here and I'll just start in the middle of his legs there. So we're going to bring that down. It's always good to figure out where you want to start something. And now we're going to I'm going to just put his little feet here. So we're going to bring that one over here. I'm going to stylize him, and I think I'll just keep make these legs maybe a little curved here. Just bring that around and bring this one out here. Okay, and then we want kind of big feet. So we're going to take this here and then just make big, maybe even exaggerate them a little more, big feet, and then bring that one out. So we're going to do that. And then this one too. The feet probably could have even been bigger. I'm going to bring that one here. And then we're just going to bring that one out here. And then this curve the legs in a bit more. Maybe just bring that one a little bit bigger. Fix that a bit. And maybe they could be a little chubbier, the legs. I'm not sure. We're going to see. Now we're going to bring this one here. And recycled food packaging number 5 works for Shrinking Dink. That's good to know. Okay, interesting. So now we've got his little funny legs there, and you could either do buttons up his little shirt, or you could do the little bow tie is cute too. So let's just bring this up to the top, and I'm going to just bring his arms down. We can always add stuff to the little suit after. That's fine. So I'm going to just bring these down. This is just for the concept of the juggling, like a juggling clown. So if we bring this one up here and this one here, and then this one too, we're going to bring here and here. And I also like the idea of balloons. So you could definitely do one similar to this, but with balloons. And then if we are going to just do some hands, just trying to see, let's just do little round hands for now. I'm just going to do like that and that and up here, and same thing here. So we'll just do little round hands, and then we'll add the beads separately after. So we're going to bring this around here, and I think I'm going to add any details to his suit after. So we're going to go here, and then we can just take this. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do the head first. I'm going to bring that here. And bring this one around for the head. I kind of like the way his hair is kind of curly there. I don't know, I might just do something like that. Just keep it super simple, stylized. So I'll get my piece again, my wire piece that I was winding it around. And I'm just going to kind of stay true to the picture here. Amber's here. Hey, Amber, how are you? Nice. Amber, I was starting to wonder because I sent you a couple DMs and I didn't hear from you. So I hope everything's okay. And sometimes we have technology issues. So maybe you didn't get my messages. I'm not sure. So we're going to just bring this one around. And I know sometimes I don't have notifications on all my devices too. So sometimes I don't always see when people message me. So we're going to go around here. And how much? Maybe one more. And then we're going to go around in the circle. It's very under the weather. Oh, we'll feel better, Amber. That's not fun when we're feeling sick. And I know you're a busy lady, so it's hard to be sick and have to work at the same time. So let's just bring this one out here and around here. And this is going to be Well, I don't know if I like that or not, but this is just sort of the idea. I'm just going to follow my sketches. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. And then we're just going to go from there. This is just for the concept to do a juggling clown. So just following it exactly how I started it. So now what we want to do is say I just bend this one down here, and then I'm going to, this one's going to come straight down, and I can put some little buttons on his shirt. And then I'm going to take this one and make sure it's somewhat even, and then wind that one around. And then maybe I could do like a bow tie or something with that. It's getting a little bit distorted, but that's okay. So let's do some little buttons on his shirt. So I'm just going to get some different colors. I can do, I don't know, I don't know if it really matters. I'll do orange. Okay, I'll do the orange one here and just do a little circle around it. So we're going to bring that one around here, and then we'll do another one, get that in place, and okay, we'll bend that one down. This one's in the way. I'm just going to push it up for a minute. So we're going to bring this one, bend it down, and then put maybe a green one. I'm not going to pay too much attention to color. And we need for, you should make a short wire TikTok videos. It's funny, Mustafa, I was on TikTok. I did have a TikTok account, and I was doing quite a bit on it with my comics and stuff. And then I just found it took a lot of my time, and it wasn't really, that worthwhile for me. I have way too much social media because I have Pinterest, I have Facebook, I have Twitter. I don't use Twitter so much anymore, but I just find it takes so much time. So I really didn't want to pursue TikTok. So I stopped TikTok, and it would be cute though. If I had more hours in the day, it would be super cute. So now let's do one more button. Bring this one around here. And so what we would do, my color choice isn't the best here, but that's okay. And then we're just going to bend this one down. And to finish it off, I'll just hook it right here, just between the legs there, so it's got somewhere to hook in place. So I'm just going to take this and help it out with my pliers, bend that up, and I'll just clip it off. Because just to give you an idea, are you on yeah, Mustafa, are you on TikTok? Because yeah, TikTok, it takes a lot of time to make like any kind of decent video on TikTok. So that was another reason that I stopped, because it's a lot of work to like get all the filters and the pop-ups and all that type of thing. So now his hair looks a little bit like a lion. I'm not sure about this hair. I might just try to like bring it in. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I could have done a bead head too, would have been cute. That would be really fun to do a bead head. Also, the way I did it in the sketch, it looked more, these were kind of pushed to the side, so I don't know if I can do that like this. Let me just try if I bend these. No, that's not going to work. If I bend it this way, around, flatten it a bit. I don't know if that's going to work to flatten these out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to see. We're going to play around with it and hope that they don't break. So yeah, this looks sort of like a lion's mane, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I mean, in the worst case, I can always remove it. Let me just see what I did with that. And I could put a bead on there. Like, let's just see how it would have looked if I had had a bead on there. I'm going to see. Yeah, that might work too. Yeah, I think the red wire hair would have been maybe better as well, because right now it doesn't look super great. But, and the other thing I wanted to try was like a necktie thing. So just because this is bothering me, I'm just going to destroy it because it looks like a lion. So, but now I will have to be careful not to ruin the actual piece. So now what I've done, he looks hilarious. So there we go. That's the fun thing about doing wire work, is you can just change directions at any time, right? So if I don't like the way something's going, I can just cut it add another piece of wire or do something totally different with it. So say I just don't like the way this is going. I'm just going to bring this up, flatten it out, and I'm going to see what it would look like with a bead. So if I just kind of push these ones up, but if I want to get a bead on there, these have to be super, super flat. So I'm just going to clip one of these here. I'll just clip them both. There we go. Perfect. Can you post a tutorial for this, please? I love it. Well, if it turns out, maybe I'll get your feedback on the clown and post a tutorial with all the best parts of the clown, you know, rather than you guys having to suffer through this whole live stream. I can always do that. So there's like with a bead. Could be cute if I actually had a face. In fact, I used to have beads with happy faces. Here, I just happen to have a bead with a happy face. Let's see how that looks. I don't know if that's going to look good or not. So a red seed bead for the nose. Yes, that would be really cute too. So look at this, guys. I don't know if this is going to work, but here, what if we split that and split that? And I can put like a little, it's a little small, but I kind of like the idea. So if I just bring this, but the trouble is the hole is horizontal. So that's a problem, but that's okay. We can deal with that. So if we take this, bend it across, put the bead on there. There's like the little face, but the thing is, it's going to flip, right? So I'm going to, let me just see, if I could put that one through the other way, it would be great, but I think that it's not going to fit. So what if I just bend this to the back? Okay, we're just going to bend this to the back here. Okay, and then we could probably add some hair or something to it. It looks really weird, but that's fine. That's the fun part about the live streams is we can make things that look weird. So that's totally fine. So let me bring this one up to the top. Sadly, I aren't going to have a lot of place for a loop, but if I bring that up, and then I'm going to bring this one up just to secure it in place. I should have cut this bigger for sure. So if I bring that one to here, and then bring that one up, maybe that might be better. And then I'll just twist this one around to hold it in place. Okay, so Sanjana, hi Sanjana, how are you? How are you? Yes, we're making clowns and playing around with this. I'm just switching gears here a little bit. And then of course, you always need a loop, right, to attach it to some kind of jump ring or hang it up somehow. Or you could just make it standing. So this, I don't know, the head's flipping a little bit, but that's okay. And then maybe you can add some wire to that. So let me find some red wire that's not so thick, because I have also 22-inch wire that's going to be easier to work with. So here's some 22-gauge wire, and let's see what we're going to do with that. You're doing good? Yeah, I'm doing good too. So there we go. So I like it better with the bead for the head. Yeah, probably the bead for the head was a good idea, but I'm going to use the face just for fun. And if you guys are doing it, you could definitely use the bead. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try that chaos wrap for the hair this time, just for fun. And then you can get an idea of how it's going to look. So let me just bring this one around. Actually, why don't I get rid of this first? If you do want to do like a little bow tie or something, it's going to be hard. I'm going to have to do it upside down so I can actually reach it. So we're going to just bend that up, down. See how I've done it there, up there? I can try to do it upside down so you guys can see. And then this one up. I have to flip it so I can hold it that way. And then down. So that makes a little bow tie. And I'm just going to clip that because I don't need that wire anymore. So there's a funky little bow tie. Now I could have added some kind of, what do you call it? I could have added some tube on there. Sorry, I have these little brain farts, but that happens. I'm going to have a sip of water. Okay. Pamular, hello, hello. So, thank you so much for asking people to push the like button. So now I'm wondering if I put this 22-gauge wire through the hole of the bead, it might reinforce it a little bit more, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fit through there. I think the wire is too thick to go through there. I don't think that's going to work because I just find the head is twisting a little bit too, but that's okay. So we're going to leave that there. I'm going to try to twist this one around to make some, a hat would be cute too. Yeah, no, a hat would be super cute. I had done like a little drawing of a hat here and I couldn't decide. I did a top hat and then I also did the pointy hat. So I couldn't really decide what I wanted to do, but I think hats would be a good idea too. So let's just bring this one around just to secure it in place. And then if you're going to do hair, you can try it. It's so tiny now. That's the problem. It's not going to be as easy as with the Santa, because if you want to do hair, you can just do like a kind of a chaos type weave where you just take the wire and wind it around. Okay, so that kind of makes funky hair. Like I said, it would be much easier if this was bigger for the hair. You'd be able to, work with it a little better. But just to show you the idea, you can just take this wire and make a big mess of it, and it just becomes like this kind of chaos weave. But it works well because it just it's more a little more abstract. So this is sort of the idea. I don't want to make it too long though, because clowns don't really have long hair. They just have like really fat hair, but that's the idea, is kind of around like that. And then to finish it off, I guess you'd have to like maybe bring it around and twist it underneath. So I'm going to just clip that one here. So that's one side. And then we can do this side. Normally I'm scared of clowns, but he's very cute. So maybe this is the cure to everybody's fear of clowns, is to make one out of wire or find a cute one like this that's made out of wire. I don't know. So yeah, what is it with clowns, eh? There's some pretty creepy ones out there. I think that's the problem. There's some cute ones, but there's also some really creepy ones. So let's just bring this one around and just keep doing a kind of a chaos twist thing. And then what I really wanted to do with this one was to do the juggling, juggling the balls. So let's just see what we can do. So now I just made a big mess of hair here. And then what you can do is also finish this end on the other side. So we're just going to finish that one here, clip it. Yeah, not 100% convinced for the bead, mostly because it seems to be tipping over on its side. And then we're just going to take this and push it in the hair. And it's all in the finishing touches, right? So now you can get your pliers. You can bring this one down a little bit, your pliers. And yeah, this bead is really, really twisting. I don't know why. And then we can just kind of condense the hair a little bit more. Just bring it in because it's gotten like really big type of things. So just gonna kind of push that in. Yeah, the bead, I'm not 100% sure. I can't really change it now, but if just to give you an idea, I can show you again what it would look like with a bead. Maybe if I push this over top, it might work a little bit better. Whoops, yeah, you don't want to break that. So we're going to bring that one over, just over top a little bit. It's kind of funny, yeah. Kind of funny looking here. And the face is a little small maybe. So I'm going to just squish these a little bit. But it just gives you an idea for the technique. And these, for some reason, are kind of squished in a little bit. I'm just going to see what I can do with that. I'm going to make the hands a little bit bigger. Bring this one here. Make the hands a little bit bigger just so the body gets a little bit bigger there. So let me just adjust this. And like that. See if we can do with that. I don't know if that's going to work. Anyways, this is just a very, very rough prototype. And that's the thing. You have to kind of play around with things. Whoa. Okay, that one was almost broke. You have to play around with things before you come up with something that works right. I think like these bends need to be adjusted a bit. So I'm going to take this and just rotate it a bit that way, maybe. Make this part a little shorter. So let's just take this, make that one a little bit shorter. Bring that one out and see how it looks. Yeah, we're just gonna bring that one out a little bit. Clown's really chubby now, so we're gonna do that. So anyways, this is sort of an idea, but it actually just helps us to figure out what actually is possible or not. So now we're gonna do that. Okay, Amber's heading out. Okay, annual vet. Okay, perfect. Okay, bye, Amber. Thanks for hopping by, and good luck, and I hope you're feeling better. So now, just to show you, like, if we didn't do the, maybe not that bead, if we didn't do the face, you can just put a bead for the clown. But I think I like the face. I find it cute. So there we go. So there's that. And now, if we want to do juggling, we're going to get another piece of wire, and then we'll get 3 beads that are probably the miracle beads are good. So I'm just going to get 3 beads. So here's one. This is 6 millimeter. And then to get them to sit apart from each other, you have to take the wire and wind it around. So we're going to have one like that. Okay. And maybe this way would be better. And then we'll do one here. Okay, around here. Yeah, we want to space them apart. So they're going to just bring that one here, around here, and then another one. So we're going to take another one and bring it around here. Wind these around. It's just to keep them separate that we want to do this. We're going to go around here, here, and here. Oh, we're not even hanging them anymore from that loop. I didn't need that loop there because we're not hanging them up by that. What we would do is hang them, like stick a hook or something in that part of the wire, then that would work. So if we just curve these around a little bit, okay, around here, curve those around just so they go around the top like that. Oh, that's super cute. So now we're going to take this one and just decide where you want it to be, and then wind this around. We're gonna have to wind it around the wrist so it's actually gonna stay in place. Otherwise, it's going to kind of flip around. So we're gonna put that one here, bring this one through here, just down, and bring this one around. Sometimes I like to go a couple of times just to make sure it's really secure. Give that a little clip. And then this side too, we're gonna just check that out, make sure it's nicely like positioned, centered, and then we can stick this one through the hand. Just bring it around. And then we're gonna wind this one around here. So we're gonna take that and wind this one around a couple of times. Perfect. Yeah, miracle beads are the best. I love miracle beads. They're definitely my favorite bead for sure. I have the 4 and the 6 and the 8 millimeter size. And I have some 10 millimeter that Clarice gave me with the some 10 millimeter green beads, which are really nice too. So here we go. We're going to just click that, pinch that in place. And there we go. So there we have the juggling clown, and perfect. And I think our timing's good. It's like just after 2, guys. So that's what we're going to do for today. So you see we have the juggling full figure clown, and then we have the clown face. And then, of course, if you wanted to do like holding little balloons, you could do that as well. So you could use, I guess you could just use regular beads. Like we can try one just for example with a miracle bead. There's a few ways you could do balloons. Like this, balloons aren't really round, but you could do them round if you wanted to. So let's see if we did one like that and then just brought that around here. You could do something like that. Just I'm going to get a bigger piece to see for the balloon, because there's a few ways you can do balloons. One, you could do it without wire, and one, you can do it with wire. So let me just get a couple pieces of wire. So if you wanted to do one, and you could also do them with colored wire and then add a different color string. So say we wanted to do a balloon with a bead, and we wanted just to go around like that, say. It's going to keep it loose. So say we want to do, I'm just going to see if we do around like that, bring that to the back. I mean, you could do a very basic balloon like that if you wanted to. Let's just see. So we're going to do a few possibilities. So there's a balloon. If we just did one like that. Hey, Tim, how are you? You're catching the tail end of the live. Yeah, we're just finishing up. I'm experimenting with like different balloon ideas too. So that could be like a little balloon. The other idea you could do for balloon is just take the wire, bring it around. Okay, and this is usually how I do balloons when I do my cake toppers. I just do like something very basic. Let me just get a little pen. So we're going to bring this one around here. You want it round at the top, and then it kind of comes down a little bit to make almost a teardrop shape. So that would be a good balloon shape. And then usually what I do is I just bring that one down, bring this one around, and then to give an impression of like the little knob at the end of the balloon, sometimes what I will do is just take like this and do either a little triangle or even like give it a little bit of a bend on the end if it's bigger. But because this is quite small, I'm just going to do it like that and pinch that in place. And so that becomes like a kind of a balloon. So there's another type of balloon. I think I actually like that kind, but let me try it with colored wire to see what difference it makes. So I have this red wire that's like, it's a little thick. It's an 18 gauge. I'm going to get a different one because that one's, I find the 18 gauge a little thick. So let me just get some 20 gauge and we're going to try it with that. I think it's going to be better. I just have to find my 20 gauge and do a little colored balloon. So here's some 20 gauge wire. This is the artistic copper wire. And I will take a bright pink one. So there we go. They love the clown face. Thank you. So yeah, it's funky. I like the face too. So now if we want to do balloons, so say we want to get just a colored wire instead. Let's try that instead. And then we can get a separate piece for the string. So let's just try it with the colored wire and see how it does. So if we go here and just try to do a balloon this way, I'm going to bring that one out here and bring it this way. And then what we want to do is, okay, so now I want to make a little knob on the end. Maybe we can just attach this. I'm going to just try this first. So we're going to bring this one here, finish this end underneath, just to attach it here. Bring that one there. And then you want like the little kind of knobby thing on the end, like the little knot, I guess you would call it, of the balloon. So we're just going to take that, make a little knot, and then I would just clip that little end here. So we're going to clip that end. And then I'm going to get a thinner wire to make the string. So there's the balloon. And then we want to get 24 gauge wire because that's nice and thin. So I have some 24 gauge wire. This is just Michael's wire. So I'll get a piece of the Michael's wire, a little piece. 24 gauge is good. I wouldn't use much thinner than that because it's not going to be able to hold its shape. So then we can take the 24 gauge wire and attach it, but you want to attach it in a way that it's not going to flip. So let's just move these out of the way and this one here. And so we'll take this 24 gauge wire and I'm just going to wind it around a few times. Okay, so we'll wind it around here a few times and maybe one more around this way. So I have it wound around like 3 times, and then I'm going to bring this one straight down. And if it's flipping at all, you can take this other end of the 24 gauge wire and just wrap it around behind the balloon, around the 24 gauge wire. So then it's doubly secured, because otherwise it might flip around. So that way you've secured it in 2 places. I'm going to go like that, and there you have a super cute balloon on a very skinny string. So I think there's a few options for balloons. So we have that kind of balloon. The bead, I'm not super convinced, although it's kind of cute. So there's the possibility to do it with the bead. And then there's the plain wire one. Although maybe you can do a plain wire one and add a bead inside. I mean, that's another option. So you do a plain wire one, and then you could always, instead of clipping the wire, we can try that. Let's try that. So we're going to put that one there. We'll get our plain wire. So if we want to try one with the bead, the pink one's cute, eh? I like the pink one too. So let's just try this one and see how this one works. So if we bring this one this way, around that way, and then we just open it up a little bit. Okay, and then this one is going to be, bring this one down, and let me just see how we would do this one. What if we did like, try like a little triangle thing at the bottom, little triangle like that, and then bring this one across. And then what we're going to do is, rather than clipping it off, we're going to hold that in place. You're going to need to hold it with pliers, I think, to be able to get it down. So bring this one down and wind it around one full time. This two, I think we're going to have to hold it with the pliers. So wind it around one full time to the back. Okay, we've got that one. So we've got it like wound like that. And then if you want to add a bead, you can try it. Push this wire straight up. Put that one on there. And then your bead is in the balloon. Now, if you don't want to attach it up at the top, because it might look, excuse me, it's going to break the line of the balloon there. It's going to maybe not look as graceful. I'm just going to grab some water. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is take this and bend this to the back. Hold it in the position you want. Bend this around to the back. Oh, guys, I'm losing my voice, so it's going to be time to sign off. I am totally losing my voice. So we're going to go like that, and I'm going to cut the end. Wow, that's the first time that's happened that I'm literally losing my voice. So there we go. So now, Joan says, how about dip clear one in white glue? Ah, that's a good idea. You could dip these in nail polish, different colored nail polishes as well. And that would be a great idea. I like that idea, Joan, to dip them in nail polish to get some different colors. But this works well. So I've just put that around to the back. And so there's now a bead in the middle of the balloon, which is kind of cool. But I do like the nail polish idea too. So as long as they're not too big, I guess you can use that nail polish in there as well. So that would be super cute. I've even seen people like cut paper and glue like a musical paper, or different kind of paper inside. You can stick that inside as well. So that would be super cute too. So maybe I'll try that another time with the nail polish and with some paper. So here's our different balloons. This one I definitely prefer to this one. This one does not look like a balloon. So this one's going to get scrapped. But I do like this one, I do like that one, and I do like the pink one. And then I like Joan's idea to do some nail polish or something. So guys, let's see what we did. I can't find the red balloon and paper boat I made. Okay, so remind me what that was, because I'm not 100% sure. So here's what we made today, guys. The clown face, the juggling clown, and the balloons. So we could definitely work with that. So Lorraine, if you're still on, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to make one and which one you prefer the best. And I might try to do more balloons with the nail polish and with the paper in there. That would be super cute. Actually, these would be really super cute on greeting cards, just the balloons with if you want to put color inside or something like that too. So that's it. The pink one is my favorite. The pink one's cute, eh? And very simple. Yeah, definitely simple for sure. Ruth says, hi, Ruth. I was wondering how it would work with nail polish too. Yeah, so I think the nail polish is a cool idea. I think that could really work. And Tim says, clever. Thank you. Yeah, so that was super fun. So I'm going to flip the screen around. I will take a picture and put it in the community section of the channel and also on Discord in the post live streams section. I am going to flip the screen. There we go. Perfect. So guys, that's it for today. So thank you, Lorraine, for the great idea to do the clowns. That was super fun. And I like the balloons too. That was really, really a lot of fun. Katie says, thank you. You're very welcome. And we will see you guys regular video on Saturday. And don't forget on Monday, March 1st is the 10-day bead soup challenge. So what that is if you have all kinds of random beads at your house, seed beads, regular beads, all kinds of beads, we're going to be making things out of beads and wire for 10 days starting March 1st. And at the end, we'll have, as always with the bead and the wire challenges, we're going to have like a little draw of everybody that participated in all 10 challenges to win all kinds of prizes and stuff. So there is a Facebook event page for the 10-day bead soup challenge. We're not running it on Discord this time just because it's easier for me to alternate one platform to another. And yeah, so hope you guys are going to participate in that. Yep, put together your bead soup. And as always with the bead soup challenge, there's lots of options. So I do have a list of materials already on the Facebook page. But if you don't have everything, there's going to always be options for different things that you could make. So thank you guys so much for hopping on. It was super fun. And you might not be able to join. I understand, Mustafa, not a problem at all. So if there are any other projects you want to do, great. And if not, good luck on your exams for sure. Absolutely. And bye, guys. We'll see you the next time. And thanks again for watching. Bye.